Hey, good morning, guys. This is John Phillips with John Phillips Plumbing Service. Just having my morning coffee. Trying to wake up. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. I just did a shit count in my house. This new puppy. He was pretty active last night. I think I'm gonna have to make a little pen for him because, yeah, it's funny. You know, you feed these guys and they shit and piss. And, yeah, I don't need him destroying my fucking house. So, anyways, so what's on the agenda today? I gotta go put a water heater in for a guy at the house with the, mystery stoppage or sand infiltration. And, it's kind of, this house is just a pain in the ass. The water heater's in a very screwed up location in a laundry room. It's currently sitting in a pan that absolutely does nothing. They didn't put the water heater up on blocks or anything, so they cut the pan to drain the heater down. So he's getting a new kitchen put in right now. And I told him, I said, you know, this is an older water heater and your pan is useless. So you may want to consider putting a new water heater in, and he agreed. So I'm going to go take care of that. But it's a challenge. This is going to be a little tougher than a normal water heater. Like I said, it's in the house, in a laundry room. I'm going to have to put it up on top of pavers it's a frame house. So I'm going to have to get it up off of the ground and then put the pan on top of the pavers, so that I could drill a hole out above the bottom plate in the frame wall. And then on the other side of the wall outside is a bunch of cabinets. So I'm gonna have to, you know, drill through the cabinet and then drop the pipe down in the kick space under the cabinet out onto the carport. So it's a little bit of a challenge. It's in a corner and it's already taken up a lot of space. I'm thinking that another 40-gallon medium water heater is going to be a little bit bigger. So we'll see. Just a bad design, bad location for a water heater, but I'm going to go over there and get it done right. It's going to take a little extra time, but yeah, so that's the plan today. It's pretty hot and sticky and sweltering down here. I'd probably have 100 mosquito bites because I can't spray any of that shit on me, chemicals, you know. My body's already full of shit that it doesn't need and would kill another person. But anyways, yeah, in a good mood today. My dogs are getting along well. They're cute as hell. I'll show you these guys. Come on, guys. Let's go, shithead. Come here. Look at this guy. Oh! Say good morning. Say good morning, buddy. Oh, he's a good man. Yes, he is. He's a good boy. Hey. Did you shit all over the house, huh? Did you shit all over the house? I'm talking to you, man. Yeah, Bella's saying, yeah, he did it. She's pointing the finger. Come here, you little bear. Look at this guy. Look at this dude. Ow! Right in the balls. Fucking guy. This guy between his fucking claws. I don't know, man. Just getting the shit beat out of me by this little fucker. Come here. Anyways, it's a beautiful morning. Have nothing to bitch about. And very grateful. So anyways, I'll get some shots when I get there. And I hope you all have a great... There he goes. What you doing, man? Yo, Gus. Hey, get on the bus, Gus. He wants to go out. Hey, man. Bella, can you tell him to stop shitting in the house? Yeah, you little fucker. Alright guys, so I'm at this job to replace this water heater. This is what we're looking at. Sitting in a corner. Not a great location, but I'm gonna put it in a pan. I've got a cabinet out here that I need to pop the pan out into and then get it down in the kick space. My concern is these pipes are coming up through the slab. There's possibly a manifold down here in this wall, and the last thing I want to do is drill a hole through a pipe in the wall. So you can see how this thing was installed, kind of Rube Goldbergish. Anyways, I'm gonna get going here. You guys want to say hello, man? I have a YouTube channel.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm a struggling comedian.
Really?
Yeah, and
I got a buddy that's a comedian. He goes down to that McCurry.
What's his name?
Jim.
Is he an Italian guy, little guy?
No, he's tall. He's tall.
Okay, because there's a guy who teaches continued education, and he's a comedian too.
Okay.
A little Italian.
Yeah.
He's funny as hell,
I
man.
can't remember his last name. Jim. He's a tall guy.
Yeah.
Nicest guy in the world.
Yeah. All right, so this is the deal. I'm gonna put a piece of conduit on this. We got a ground there. I'm gonna replace. Well, that all looks good. I'm just gonna leave that valve and adapt to it. All right, guys, let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to disconnect all this stuff here. Pretty simple. I've got the power turned off already. I'm going to tell you, one of the problems with these hoses right here on top of the water heater is the rubber inside breaks down over time.
Oh yeah.
And you end up with black little specks in your washing machine on the hot side. And people don't realize it, but I've had many calls like that. So,
So what do you use?
So I never use them.
No.
But anyways, I'm gonna check this outside. Boy, is it hot today, brothers. This power cord is short, man. There ain't a whole lot of room on that. Hope it's not an issue. They even have a hose on this relief valve. Look at this. That's surely not code, I can tell you that, my friends. It's pushed down to 1/2 inch. Its relief line is supposed to run full size, meaning full size from the valve itself. And the valve's a 3/4 inch valve, so it should be a 3/4 inch line going out of the house. But that's what they were doing back when. Alright. Nastiness. Alright, so I've got this hooked hooked up. It was kind of a problem. This valve, it seems like this stem on this plastic valve is broken, but she's pumping down good. Shouldn't take very long. I'm going to get this other heater off and start drilling some holes for this this new pan. Alright guys, so this is where the water heater goes. This is a frame wall, so there's going to be an 1.5 inch plate on the bottom of the frame wall, and I definitely don't want to try to drill across a 3.5 inch 2x4. So the idea with this paver is to get the pan up in the air and then go out above the plate into the cabinet that's outside. So that's the plan. It should work great, and I'll be able to get this new heater hooked up and shouldn't have any issues. So we'll see. Alright guys, so what I did was I marked out, I put the pan in so that the drain would go straight out, and I put a mark, and I used a long screwdriver instead of a drill. And see that? That's copper pipe. If I would have used a drill, I probably would have cut that pipe. So I popped another hole over here, and I can see that I'm going straight through the wall into the backing or sheathing on the outside of the building. And I'll go ahead and drill this hole. I'll just have to use a 45 on the pan drain, like this, a straight 45. Or if I can't make that, I can heat this pipe up and bend it so that it goes in there. It's not an issue. This is going to be way out here, so there's plenty of room for me to use fittings. I can even put it like this, use a couple of 90s, 90, doesn't really matter. It's going to be 3/4 inch. The code states that you can bush a pan drain down to 3/4, so that's what I'm going to do, and get these holes drilled, and then I can put the heater in. Alright, so I'm ready to drill this hole, and you just want to be very careful. See that? There's a pipe right here. I gotta come over just a tad. Man, I threaded that needle. There's a pipe right there on the right side, and there's one on the left. So that's the danger of doing this stuff. But we did it and didn't cause any issues, hopefully. Alright guys, so what I did was I used my heat gun and I basically put a bend in this pipe, this discharge pipe from the pan. Because it's so tight, a 45 would have been too much, even a street 45. So sometimes you gotta improvise. I wouldn't heat up a water line, but this is just a pan drain, so you know, it worked good for me in this case. And I'm just gonna glue it in. Alright guys, so the wire on this water heater, the old one, was too short by at least 6 or 8 inches, so I had to put a junction box in there in the back with some Romex, and I got to get a 90 for the top of this heater, but it hasn't been easy. There was a painter here, and yeah, he's coming in and out of the door all morning, stopping. I've been here for 2 hours already, but I'm closing in on it. We're in good shape now. Alright guys, so the wire on this water heater, the old one, was too short by at least 6 or 8 inches, so I had to put a junction box in there in the back with some Romex, and I got to get a 90 for the top of this heater, but it hasn't been easy. There was a painter here, and yeah, he's coming in and out of the door all morning, stopping. I've been here for 2 hours already, but I'm closing in on it. We're in good shape now. Alright guys, finished with this water heater. I had to put a junction box back in there, run a new conduit, and extend the wire because it was too short. You got the valve here, that was already in. I didn't have to replace that, but I did put a new pan in. I had to set it up on top of a paver. You can probably see that, because I needed to get the drain out through this hole. And fortunately, on the other side of that wall was a cabinet. So I'll be honest, I could have drilled neater holes, but I was getting a little frustrated, and I didn't glue these fittings. It's never going to be under pressure, and I want whoever comes next to be able to take these things apart. You know, they'll realize it's not glued once they put their hands on it, but they won't leak under gravity flow, and it just stubs out underneath. The best I can do, man. I mean, there should have been a pan inside the house, pan drain, run to the outside. I'm not here to fix every mess up they did 50 years ago, so anyways, we're all set. I just need to go turn the electric on, and I'm gonna be out of here. Alright guys, look at my pants, just fucking soaked. Anyways, I'm done with this water heater. It was a royal pain in the ass. I got here at 10, it's about 1 o'clock right now, quarter to 1. And yeah, there's a woman in here with 2 kids, and everybody's going in and out the same door right where I was working, so it was frustrating. There was a cabinet above the water heater. It just took a lot of effort to get it done. Sometimes you get into stuff like that, but it's all good. You know, I got paid for the extra stuff that I did and the additional time. It's not my problem that, you know, this house is just a royal pain in the ass, literally from the sewer line right up to the water heater. Nothing's easy on this house, and yeah, I'd be better served if I just drove away from here and never came back, but I can't do that. So anyways, another one's in the books here. another water heater, and they're in a lot better shape now than when I got here. It was just put together like, I don't know, some handyman put that thing in. The wire was too short. The pan didn't drain anywhere. They actually cut the pan, so there were a lot of issues. It's fixed now, and it's good for the next guy who comes in. Should be okay for the next plumber. Hopefully it's me in 10 years, 12 years, when that water heater needs to be replaced. But anyways, we're done here, and I'm done for the day, man. That thing whooped my ass, as the old saying goes. So I'm done. Have a great day, everybody. I hope you learned something, and I appreciate you watching, whoever's watching this stuff. I don't get many comments, but it appears somebody's watching, so I just want to thank you, and please like, share, and subscribe. So have a great day. Bye bye.